here we are at Edinburgh Airport. Time has just gone 4 o'clock. Let's go in and get this flight. So this flight actually costs just under £26, which is the cheapest flight that you could possibly find. It actually cost more to park at Edinburgh Airport for 2 days. The customary pre-travel pint. This flight cost £3.5 return. So welcome to Portugal and the city of Porto. Porto's famous worldwide for port wine. So let's go have a look through the city, see what we can find. Apparently when you come here you need to get Pastel de Nata, which is custard tart. And apparently this shop behind me, apparently this is the best place to get it, so let's go have a look. So this is what it looks like. We just saw everyone else ordering espressos, so I guess you're supposed to eat it along with an espresso. So let's try it. Amazing. Pastel de Nata. Espresso. So this is the cheapest brand of Portuguese beer that I could find. I'm going to buy it and we're going to do a little review of it later on just to see how bad it is or how good it is. I think I maybe need a paper bag for effect. So apparently you can't come to Porto without trying this sandwich called francesinha. So it's basically a steak or ham sandwich with an egg on top and a sauce that's made of tomato and beer. So let's go see. Apparently this place is the best place for it.
Welcome.
Can we have 2 francesinha?
Full or a half?
What thing?
One of french fries. And how about the drink?
Superbock. Superbock. Super good. So this is the Chapel of Souls here in Porto. As you can see, this big massive mosaic right across the outside of the chapel. It's dedicated to all the lost souls. So there's a bunch of religious paintings, the life of Francis Xavier and the death of Francis of Assisi. Different Francis, but the Chapel of Souls. And this behind me here is Porto Cathed. So this was built originally way back in the 12th century. You can tell because of the different styles. It took them so long to build it, so the styles kind of changed as they progressed with the construction. So it's really nice here. You've got really good views over the city. You could come up here, maybe just have a coffee and just look out over the city. So online it says the #1 thing to do in Porto is to come see the Louis I Bridge. So then you come down past this little mural here, down this little tight staircase here. Then you come to this other set of stairs here and you can see, if you look down, that's it there, Louis I Bridge. So this bridge obviously connects one side of Porto to the other. It's also a kind of metro line as well. I looked online and it said it was named after King Louis, but when you look him up, he was born in Lisbon, not Porto. So this is what it looks like when you get down to street level. You can see houses on the other side. If I was a James Bond villain, I would almost definitely live right about there. Apparently the best thing to see in Porto. I mean, it's a bridge. It's okay, yeah, cool. This is nice down next to the river. You've got loads of these little markets. Come down here, get a little glass of wine, watch the boats go by. Sounds good to me. And this is what it looks like from the other side, if you look at this. super box stout. If you come up to the top of here, on the south side of the river, see this monastery? There's a guy who's giving the people a concert right now. Sounds okay. So from my limited time here, I would say the south side of the river seems a lot more relaxed, a lot more chilled out than the north, to be honest. It seems a little bit more busy, a lot more touristy, crowded. I think this bit's called Gaia, if that's how it's pronounced. Gaia. Just up next to the monastery, and then where that guy was singing back there. Yeah, this part's cool. The thing that I always use when I go anywhere is Google Translate, and you can just point it at something and it translates. There you go, Google Translate saved the day. I would have never have guessed what that said. So if you come over to the south side of the river, come over that bridge that we saw there, Monastery of S. Now you can come here and look over the whole of the historic centre of Porto. This is quite interesting, so the tram runs along this, and there's just people walking up and down here, and when the tram comes over, it's people's houses. Imagine how annoying that is. You're sitting there, 9 PM, you know, watching EastEnders, and then boom, 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 boom. Anyway. So I was just solicited twice for some herbal cannabis. So that's something that's quite a common misconception about Portugal. So because they've decriminalised drug use for personal use, a lot of people think that it's legal. It's not legal. It's still illegal to sell it, but just if you get caught with it, you know, you'll maybe get like a fine or something. So first time drinking port in Porto. Tastes good. A traditional Portuguese steak sandwich. Good. A city changes when it gets to night time. It always feels like a different vibe. This pharmacy here, I feel like I can go in and get like a cocktail and maybe a cigar as well. So there's really nice bars down by the riverside. As I said before, it really changes at night time. The city just looks totally different. So really nice bars here, and then something I never pointed out before, over there, can't really see it right now, but all the main kind of port producers, all the wine cellars are over there. So you've got Cockburns, Taylors, Dows. They don't sound particularly Portuguese, and I'm guessing if I went and looked up right now, maybe they don't have Portuguese history, but yeah, so you can see the bridge and the monastery that we went to earlier on. Both look totally different obviously because it's night time, but looks absolutely great here, look. Really quite nice down here by the river. Gonna go in here and maybe get some port. Okay, so we're back at the airport again. The time is 4 AM. There's no public transport in Porto at this time in the morning as you would expect. So I got an Uber here, and that Uber was pretty much 1.5 times the cost of the flight to actually come here, which is quite funny, but normal because the flight was obviously like so cheap. So the flight to come here and return was about, you know, £26. So it was really cheap. Okay, so that's going to be it from Porto. Great couple of days here. If you can get a cheap flight to come to Porto, I would highly recommend it. So please leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.